on 3, Alvaring, this movie, it is dropped on Netflix called Sleeping Princess. And when I saw this movie was coming on Netflix, like, I wasn't sure what was it about. I definitely thought this movie will be kind of like how Snow White movie is, especially because the name is Sleeping Princess. That's what I was thinking, but actual movie is quite different than what it sounds. So in this movie, you see this girl, she turns 16 in this movie, and she's going to this school. It's like all girls boarding school there, and she has this best friend in this movie, and she was going into that school. She had no idea in this movie that she is actually a princess. Like, it's not full-on princess, but she is a princess, and she's like belong to this royal family, I guess, in this movie. But this movie like starts with, we see she in this movie was raised by these 3 dads. Later on, when she finds out like she is this princess and her mom actually sent her away whole her life, we learn more about her, like why did the mom send her away. Then later on in this movie, we see like throughout the movie has this like a villain character. She can actually change her face, like she can like adopt any faces in this movie. In this end of this movie, it reveals like why she was trying to kidnap this princess whole her life. That is what this movie, the main story, is about. Maybe I'm saying some of the spoiler, I guess, but anyway, the first act for this movie, it's not that good, I will say. However, once we go to the section in this movie where she meet this boy, and in this movie, this princess, she has this bee allergy, you know. She's scared of bee throughout the movie. I feel like once she meet this boy in this movie did become interesting. Like, I was like, whoa, what is going on? Like, she's like, who is her parents and everything, because the movie starts with like she's telling the class about this princess story, but turns out it is her own story. So I thought, oh well, this movie is okay, honestly. It is interesting. The acting in this movie is okay. Dubbing wasn't the best, so often the character, what they're saying doesn't match their lip. So it was a little distracting watching. So the dubbing isn't the best for this movie, I would say. However, Princess, though, she looked really beautiful, and I personally did like her struggle in this movie. I was like, oh, like, you know, she was going into this girls' school, and although there was this nun in that school, she was really annoying, giving her all the time hard time. I don't know if real life nuns are so mean. In this movie, that nun was really mean to her. However, in this movie, the bad thing about it, there is a detective person, like this police, you know, he's really very cartoonish, this detective guy. And I was like really watching this movie, I was like, why is he so cartoonist in this movie? Like, his character is really like, really observed, you know? However, rest of the characters are not. I guess her 3 dad is also like weird. Yeah, this movie does have some weird side character. However, the main characters, as I'm saying, they are interesting, and the main conflict this movie has is interesting. I feel a lot of people will, like, if you can overlook some of these absurd characters and cringy scenes, overall, this movie is not bad. I feel like a lot of people will like this. A lot of people, if you try to nitpick it, of course you can. But I think overall, I personally did like the last act for this movie. So, you know, as you can see, I'm not nitpicking a lot. So I think this movie started out, you know, she has this romantic relationship with this boy. I feel like this movie should have focused more on that. Like, I really miss that romance in this movie. Like, she just, like, he wasn't there half of the movie. So I was like, because this movie starts with, you know, she was seeing like back and forth texting with this boy, then later on he was absent. I did not like that, although this movie does finishes on like, you know, they're together now. So I was like, what? However, the villain in this movie, she was quite an interesting character. Like, that being said, Like the way she just swiped her face, it was like, what? Like you can just do that? However, she was really good as a teacher. I guess I thought the teacher was nice. Then again, she has alternative motives. So this movie has so many twists and turns. That is why I'm saying, the last act, like when you go to the, after 20 minutes after this movie became interesting, I was like, whoa, what is going on? So I personally thought this movie was okay, honestly. It's not bad by any mean, but it's not that good. It could have been really good, I guess. But it's not bad by any mean. And that was my thought on this movie. Let me know in the comment, what do you think on this movie? Am I being too easy on this movie? As I'm saying, I did like it, last time. So I did like it overall. Yeah, I am being too easy on this movie. And yeah, so that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this movie? If you enjoyed this review, don't forget other reviews on other movies. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.